Ingrid here, and I'm going to walk you through some ways on how to play with your Physio ball. Physio ball is absolutely perfect for core strength, stability, also coordination. It really helps with your posture, improving your back. Perfect for if you're just getting back into the game or if you're a veteran. Let's go ahead and we'll get started. First, we're going to go into plank. Place your ball down, make sure it's on a firm surface, and we're going to take the forearms and place it right in the middle of the ball. Make sure you get your balance before bringing that other foot back, and you're here in that plank. We're holding. If this is too much for you, feel free to drop down to the knees, but bring the ball a little bit further so you can get that shake. Get the shake in the core. And we're holding here. Make sure you don't allow the back to sink in, tighten the core, bring it up, and shake it out here. Beautiful. Next, we're gonna go into a pike. So going into that pike, you wanna bring the hands to the ground, place one foot on top of the ball. You wanna make sure that you are stabilized on the ground before bringing that other foot up. Tighten your core, and we're gonna go ahead, pop that other foot up. Get your balance before going into that pike. So you're holding that plank. As you're holding, tighten your core, pull the toes in, 2-second hold here, nice and controlled, and bring it back out. Absolutely, it's challenging exercise. If this is the first time you're using the Physio ball, I would go with the knee pull in and then out. Nice and controlled here. Knee pull in and then out. Once you get up to it, you want to take the core, tighten the core, belly button to spine, butt comes up into the air, and then back out for that pike. Take your time here. Absolutely no reason to rush. Watch the back. Make sure it doesn't sink into towards the ground. You want to keep that core super, super tight. All right. Woo. Flip it over and move on to some hamstring curls. This is solid for beginners or advanced. After a heavy lifting session, I always use these as a burnout. So you're going to place your heels on top of the ball, nice and controlled. You want to make sure you sink your back into the ground and then squeeze the glute and lift up. So you're gonna straighten the legs on the ball and then curl all the way in, right? Woo! Definitely feeling this one here. Nice and controlled. And breathe. Modification here is just a shortened extension. And last curl, and then we're down. We're gonna take it into dead bug next. So you're gonna grab that ball and you're gonna almost push it against your knees, right? And you're gonna hold it nice and controlled. You should feel the tightness in the core automatically. And then opposite hand is gonna come up off the ball as well as the opposite leg. And then we pull it all in together, nice and controlled. You're almost like pushing the ball against the knees. The knees are trying to touch your chin. You don't want it to touch your chin. And you're creating that tension in the core, nice and controlled. And make sure you breathe. And we're out of here. Shake it out here. All right, we're gonna go back into those hamstrings for the single thrust, hip thrust. We're gonna bring the right foot on top of the ball. The left leg can go into the air or you can rest it onto your knee, up to you, whatever feels most comfortable. Hands go to the ground and we lift up and down. Excellent exercise, focusing on balance and control. You want to make sure you're really lifting through the heels of the foot, isolating that hamstring. Definitely feeling it here. Drop it down. We switch sides. This time the left leg comes up and down. You may even feel some wobbliness on the left side as opposed to the right side. That's okay. We're working on that balance. That's why we're going unilateral. That's perfectly fine. And breathe. This can be a very challenging exercise, especially if you're a beginner. If this is too challenging for you, stick with the double and really work on that strength before isolating the right and left side. And we're out of here. Now we're gonna move into the V pass. Hands down, one of my favorite ones. Beginner, intermediate, advanced. Legs up into the V, pass that off, and you're right here. If you're feeling a little strong, as you bring the ball up, you're gonna crunch up, pass it out, and then back down. Crunch up, meet the ball, and then down. Nice and control and shake it out here. Hope you learned some fun ways of using your physio ball, and I'll see you next time.